sunk an enemy destroyer.
Hey team, this is Rip here. You guys are doing fantastic today. Got a really fun video with the Druid, and I would say make this a tutorial slash review about the Druid and how destroyers work. And as always, before we get in, like, red bell button below. Appreciate all the supporters of the channel. You see value we're doing here, let us know, and smash those like buttons down there as well. Hey, so before we begin, let's listen to a word from one of our guys we follow, which is Flamu, and he'll tell you about what destroyers do.
So many things to keep track of, bro. How can they say this with a straight face? Have they tried playing a DD nowadays? Hey, guy, can you please play a DD? I need you to spot the enemy team. I need you to cap and defend caps. I need you to fight the enemy destroyers. I need you to keep track of every radar and hydro consumable around you from enemy ships. I need you to constantly avoid plane spotting, both from fucking hybrids and carriers. Oh, and the subs, they outspot you, by the way, and you have no tools to spot them, but I need you to deal with them as well. And oh, and if you ever get set on fire, you need to use your DCP against that, but then you can get fucked by 50 other things. Oh, and you better fucking be careful, because there's DDs out there that also have radar and shit that can also run you down. Oh, and there's a bunch of stealth radars in the game as well, so you can get radar before you even see the enemy ship that is radaring you. And we're also adding this fucking German new destroyer that's gonna have 7 km hydro with the 6.5 conceal, so now you can get stealth radar, so you can stealth hydro, so you can get hydro before you even see the enemy ship. But you know what? The carrier who has that one squad that flies in immunity and sometimes has to go in for an attack, he's got so many things to keep track of. You know what happens if he makes a mistake? Well, his plane squadron might die. Don't worry though, it will respawn, and his actual ship is still perfectly safe in the back of the map, because he hasn't needed to move anywhere. He just sits there. But he might lose the squad, and then he's gonna have to go through all the effort of sending out a new squad that will travel in travel mode at light speed, immune to all damage, to attack them again. But we can't have him take any risks, man. It gets really overwhelming.
Okay, so now that you understand the frustration about destroyers, take a look at this. So what's the first thing we need to do as a destroyer? We need to spot enemies, right? The first thing is spot and contest caps. That's what you really need to do as a good destroyer player to help your team out. Also, draw fire. So we already satisfying. Look, we're getting shot at, we're capping, we're spotting. Oh, submarines are also shooting at us. But you know what? We're also going to be able to shoot at the radar cruiser, because we need to eliminate, because that is a threat to us, right? Radar cruiser. So let's go ahead and shoot at the Baltimore. Let's get as much damage as we can off. Meanwhile, also zooming out, free looking, and seeing where all the torpedoes are coming from. So I damage con this submarine that I have to use that damage con for, and also damage con my engine breaking right there. I also have to damage con if I take a flooding. So you can see how the odds are stacked against us. We draw fire from the Baltimore, as you saw right there, and the key then basically blapped them out of existence. So right there, let me pause the video. So what did it, right, that engagement right there, notice we preserved as much health as we can, because you're going to need that for the long run of the game. The thing I like about Druid nowadays is you can get up to 30,000 HP, which is probably what you need nowadays, to have a destroyer, a tier 10 level and above, to survive against the super destroyers and everything else. But anyways, that engagement right there. First, what did we do? We went and contested the cap to make sure that, hey, whatever's there, there's a threat there, so they don't get the cap for free. We're also spotting for our team to shoot, because of what you can't hit what you can't see, right? So all the guys in the back, those are the big ships that I'm supporting. They need to be able to see something to shoot at. So guess what? We're designating targets. We're shooting. We killed the radar cruiser, which was very, very effective, because now we can go into caps and not worry about a radar threat. Now we got to worry about the battleship secondary threat, as well as another battleship threat. Meanwhile, we have a destroyer in the middle here capping, as well as a submarine. So you can see what we're doing right there alone. Just for the sheer amount of firepower that's over here at Alpha, it almost seems like we were outnumbered, but now our ships are slowly bringing their guns to bear into the engagement zone. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put some suppressing fire on the enemy, so that we can start whittling down battleships. And because guess what? As a destroyer player, you have one of the best rate of fires, because of the guns. They're smaller, they're higher rates of reload. or higher rates of fire, higher DPM. So that means, especially in a Druid, where we have great DPM from an AP perspective and good improved AP angles, some of the best in the game, we can really deal a lot of damage while staying nose in, also drawing fire while mitigating damage, and we're just going to see if we can slowly push in and steamroll this alpha cap. So eventually we got to take it so they get points for our team. So right now, as you can see, I'm just throttle juking, going reverse, slowly providing this kind of gun threat, as well as maybe it being a decoy for this Massachusetts. Fortunately, we're behind an island, so we're being masked. He's still firing at us, which is great, which means he didn't fire at our team. And we have a smoke on the quick smokes of the Druid are really, really great. Like I said, I talked about Z42, the Savea, the Druid, and Daring, and the quick smokes that the British line has, as well as some of the, like I just talked about, the German Z42 and the Sevilla, are very crucial because they allow you to basically pop in and out of smoke doing these guerrilla hit-and-run tactics, which are very, very effective, especially when you're doing these kind of quick engagements, hit and run, that really throw off the enemy's balance. They got to maneuver and contest with it, as well as they have to mitigate it the best they can, which exposes them to make mistakes. As you can see right here, Massachusetts giving full broadside to a key, not really understanding or not really seeing that, but also he's aiming at someone else, which also detracts from him firing at a friendly that we need to keep alive. So right there, Massachusetts is going to, yep, he's going to get blapped right there by the key. There it is, that full broadside right there. Now that we basically eliminated, 3 of the players over here, Jaeger, Baltimore, Massachusetts, we've now opened up the flank to be pushed in. Oh, we have a submarine threat in the middle there, so you got to be very careful. We're going to methodically slow roll pushing into this. We don't want to take unnecessary damage if we don't have to. Now we're going to take out another cruiser, a heavy kind of caliber DPM kind of a cruiser, which is the Hipper. We smoke up, so we don't want to take unnecessary damage. We're going to wait. Eventually, somebody's going to spot him because, people are impatient. When they want to shoot, they just want to shoot because they feel like they're not being engaging. So I kind of am very, very patient with that, and I'm kind of waiting. Hey, eventually he's going to get spotted, and now here we go. Look at the AP power. It doesn't matter what angling he provides or does. Hey, look, the AP is just going to shred him to death, and boom, there it is. Splash 1. First kill of the day of many. We've eliminated another cruiser off this side of the map. Now we're going to go ahead and try to take on either the submarine or the Loria battleship here. Again, we are very effective against everybody with these AP improved angles and AP damage of the Druid. It is so fun and so powerful. I definitely recommend it in the Research Bureau and the Armory. So let's take a look at it right here. Loria, who has got a lot of sap. So we're going to have to be careful. Nose in, the sap won't hurt us too much. So let's see if we can make it, and we're going to take full broadside shots. Look at that broadside. Now we're also going to aim at the bow. Look at the bow. The bow is not fully saturated yet, so we're going to see as much damage we can take off. And then we got the heavy AP and improved angles. And look at that, 780 every couple seconds. Ooh, and you get a nice friendly shot from the Tang. And now we just eliminate the Loria right off the bat. Another steal kill right there. But you know what? Another battleship off the map is a battleship off the map. Now we're going to hunt this submarine. Again, what did we satisfy the roles? Contest caps. Blow up other ships, cruisers, and then also take on battleships. We're also capping here. Now we got to go find the submarine. So another role that we're going to satisfy as a destroyer player. So you want to make sure you do that to help out your battleships who can't really spot submarines as effectively. And there it is, just from happen chance. I knew the submarine would probably be in this area. I didn't think he would actually drive back to be part of this game. So we got the Hydro running, which we have a long-lasting Hydro, and it lasts about 2 minutes plus there. And also, look at this. Our depth chargers are shooting to the rear, which is another downside I hate about the Druid. See, the depth charge is way in the back here, but you know what? Splash damage still gets splash damage. So as long as we're within that 2-kilometer range, we're getting some kind of damage off the submarine. So we killed one submarine there, and that's exactly what we need to do, and just continuously push the objective. Now we're going to go back and rejoin our team, which we now have to. We have a 6 versus 5 problem here. We're going to have to kill a Jean Bart, a Yumehari, and another John Bart, I believe. So here we go. John Bart going nose in, so we're going to stay nose in. And he's being distracted by other battleships right now, which is a good thing, so we're not taking unnecessary damage. We're going to go ahead and fire our AP into his superstructure right there. As you can see, I'm just aiming and landing in the superstructure is very, very effective. Even though we don't have HE, we can still land these heavy AP shells into the superstructure, and you can see it's still causing damage. Just by death by 1,000 paper cuts is still going to kill you. It doesn't matter what you do and what you angle to. Man, these things really will pay off in the long run, as you're going to see. So right now we're up to 113,000 damage, just keeping the reticle shooting. We're in the actually not in reverse. We're nose in. Now that he's not really looking and paying attention, we can actually creep in and risk a little bit more and go full in. He's full broadside. Look at that right there. Nice. This is a wet dream for a Druid. Full broadside battleship with soft armor of that French John Bart. Now we're going to fire at the Umahari. And he is now going to show us broadside. So we love seeing broadside in the Druid. As you can see right there, heavy AP just pummeling right into his superstructure. And some of it can penetrate some of that side armor. And just look at the effectiveness of this right there. And he goes down as well. We now have a Yo Yang. Now, what was our other job? We were supposed to attack other destroyer players because we got to eliminate that destroyer to eliminate the torpedo threat against our heavy battleships. Unfortunately, we lose our Tahang battleship to the John Bart. So now we're going to have to see what is our thought process right here. There's only 3 ships left. I can't find the submarine right now. I have no idea. This island right here to my left is shielding me from the John Bart. I know this is a Yo Yang smoke. So that means he doesn't have radar, which means that he can't spot us for free. So we're going to go ahead and push and run right at him. That's all I can do right now. I can't attack the John Bart right now. Let the key deal with him. Let's take off 1 ship at a time. We're going to single out 1 versus 1 engagements. That allows us to really win the battles and win these simple, kind of quick kills. And it really is kind of one-sided because I know that Yo Yang really can't out-DPM me. He doesn't have radar, so now I can really just chase and run him down because he does better concealment than I do. As you can see, I put it up here. It has 5.8 concealment to our 6.6, but you know what? Doesn't matter. Now that he's fired at us, he's exposed. He has no more smoke. He just used it. We're just going to go ahead and use. And when we spot the archer fish submarine right next to us, so we're going to start turning left. I know he only has 1,400 HP left. We're going to go ahead and turn left towards the archer fish. So remember, thinking about the next engagement, and boom, we kill him. Splash 4. Archerfish last position was heading north here, and I think he just went under the water. Hopefully, he will run out of submersible time, and I have my hydro coming up real soon. Yep, he had to surface, so guess what? We're going to shoot full AP right into him. He goes down. There it is. Kraken, splash 5. Notice, again, I know that because I'm within 2 kilometers, his torpedoes won't do that significant damage because when they did the rework, you can't do shotgunning anymore, which is a good thing. Otherwise, that would have been broken OP for us, and we would have lost the game. But now, we pretty much secured the win, and everybody on the other opposite team is complaining. Now we've killed submarines, we killed the destroyers, we killed cruisers, killed battleships. Now we got to finish off. You would think this 44,000 HP key could actually help us out and finish the John Bart, which is nose in, which is a very, very powerful premium ship. I would never take for granted a John Bart that is nose in. It is very devastating. And do not show broadside, please, to a John Bart, because now the key is going to take full damage right there, and he's got the reload booster. I know that, man. This is a gamble right here. Only 19,000 HP left. He takes out the key, and now his gun's got to turn and look at us. Meanwhile, I'm shooting at his bow. This is exactly why we need to shoot at the bow to get the maximum damage as we can nose in. And let's see if we can win. Only 5,000 HP left. Come on, baby. Who is this going to hurt? And I saved the damage con right there because I knew he was going to break our guns. And boom, there it is. We win the game. Splash 6, 165,000 damage. And that is how you destroyer, ladies and gentlemen. That literally is a destroyer winning the game for the team. Doing destroyer things, literally, like Flamu's talked about, you do everything. You think we're task saturated? You think the carrier's task saturated? I think wargaming things, carrier players are so idiotic and dumb that they have to provide all these gimmicks. But anyways, let's... At the end of the video over there, let me know what your thoughts about what you think about the destroyer's role these days, and we'll do another video about destroyer role gameplay. But look at this. What a druid can do. Definitely recommend 165,000, number 6 kills. And, man, we killed everybody. I mean, I'm telling you, not everybody, but majority of players. We killed the submarine. We killed the cruisers. We killed the battleships. We killed the destroyer. Man, we did our work right there. Anyways, dude, John Bart killed 7 people? Holy crap. Good job. I'm going to have to compliment you. Good job on you guys for getting that. Look at only John Bart and druid player literally trying to win the game for the entire team right there. But here is the look at who we killed right there. Yep, and we did a lot of work right here. We had to cap, we had to spot, we had to damage, decoys, shooting, submarine killing, destroyer killing, hunter. The druid does it all, ladies and gentlemen. I love the druid. It's one of my favorite destroyers. Definitely check it out. But build will be at the end of the video. Let me know your thoughts. Do you like and enjoy the gameplay you saw right now? And as always, thank you for supporting the channel. And if you see me out there, make sure you say hello. Cheers.